6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister inaugurated the Bela Extension Hydropower Project 4 today, adding the first unit of 470 megawatt to the national grid. Pakistan Navy has successfully test-fired land-based anti-ship missile as part of training exercise from the coastal region. Pakistan says it will not let anyone use its soil against any country. The chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference has appealed to the international community to take cognizance of the bloodshed at the hands of the Indian troops in occupied Kashmir. In Syria, the government forces have intensified the assault on rebel-held enclave of eastern Ghouta. In the Pakistan Super League, match between Multan Sultans and Karachi Kings is underway at Dubai. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi inaugurated 1,410 megawatt Terbela 4th Extension Hydropower Project at Terbela in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa today. The first unit of 470 megawatt was commissioned today, while two more units, each with equal power generating capacity, will be online before the advent of summer this year. Addressing the inaugural ceremony, the Prime Minister said the government has resolved the issue of energy for the next 10 years. He said Terbela Extension Hydropower Project 4 will greatly contribute to this effect. The project will provide low-cost and environment-friendly electricity to the masses. He said the country will be free of load shedding in future. Shahid Khaqan Abbasi said the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz government has stabilized the country and put it on the path of development and prosperity. He said the present government completed the developmental projects as per its manifesto. He said the people elect those who deliver, and the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz has always delivered on its promises. Shahid Khaqan Abbasi said continuity of democracy will ensure continuity of the process of development. He said China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a great vision of progress and prosperity, and today several projects of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor are near completion. The Pakistan Navy test-fired a land-based anti-ship missile as part of a training exercise from the coastal region. The missile successfully followed its trajectory and hit the target accurately in the sea. Addressing on the occasion, the Vice Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Kaleem Shaukat, highlighted the changing security milieu in the Indian Ocean region and corresponding challenges for the Pakistan Navy. He said Pakistan Navy will continue to support regional peace and security initiatives to meet the entire spectrum of challenges in the maritime domain. The Vice Chief of the Naval Staff lauded the utmost dedication and professional conduct displayed by all the participants. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Khwaja Mohammad Asif, says the current political scenario is bringing forth the real faces of politicians and exposing their personal designs. He was talking to the media after inaugurating the newly established Executive Passport Office in Sialkot today. Criticizing the politics of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chief, the minister said it seemed that Imran Khan could go to any extent to gain power. To a question, the foreign minister said Pakistan government and the nation is fully supporting the oppressed people of Syria. They strongly condemn the murder of thousands of innocent Syrian people. The Minister for Climate Change, Mushahidullah Khan, has expressed the confidence that Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz will easily achieve the figures required to elect the chairman and deputy chairman of the Senate. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said detailed consultations have been held with allied parties, including regarding the election for the top slots of the upper house of the parliament. He said consultations are still going on with one or two parties, which are likely to be completed by this evening. Mushahidullah Khan said there was no difference of opinion among our allies and we are all on one page. The Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Mariam Aurangzeb, says people believe that PMLN is the only party that delivers on its promises. Talking to newsmen in Islamabad today, she said opponents of PMLN are trying to weaken it and they will not succeed in their designs as the party is gaining more strength day by day. To a question, Mariam Aurangzeb said the decision about the chairman and the deputy chairman Senate will be made in consultation with the allied parties. Earlier addressing a ceremony organized by a private school, the Minister of State stressed the need for promoting tolerance and inculcating national indigenous values among the students. The Supreme Court has ordered the Election Commission of Pakistan to notify 4 senators-elect, including Sadia Abbasi, Nuzhat Sadiq, Harun Akhtar Khan, and Chaudhry Mohammad Sarwar. A 3-member bench headed by the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Mia Saqib Nisar, passed the interim order while hearing a suo motu case on the dual nationality of lawmakers of the upper house at the Lahore Registry today. The newly elected senators are from ruling Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, while Chaudhry Mohammad Sarwar is affiliated with the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Azaz Ahmad Chaudhry, has said Pakistan will continue to work with other beneficiaries for the resolution of the Afghan issue for peace in Afghanistan, which is necessary for the peace in South Asia. Talking to an 8-member delegation of the American journalists today, he said Pakistan cannot be made a scapegoat for failures of others in Afghanistan. The ambassador reiterated that Afghanistan's instability has affected Pakistan and the solution to the Afghan conflict lies in the hands of local stakeholders. Azaz Ahmad Chaudhry said Pakistan sacrificed a lot in the fight against terrorism and the country will not allow utilization of its land to attack anyone. He said Pakistan's security situation has significantly improved due to the operation against terrorism and economic indicators are also encouraging. He said the United States and other various global partners are investing in the China-Pakistan economic corridor. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman of All Parties Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, has appealed to the international community and the United Nations to take cognizance of the bloodshed at the hands of the Indian troops in the held territory and initiate necessary measures for the settlement of the Kashmir dispute. In a statement in Srinagar today, he said the Indian authorities are brazenly violating and trampling the human rights in occupied territory. In Syria, the government forces have intensified the assault on rebel-held enclave of eastern Ghouta. Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says the Syrian army has, in effect, cut off the 2 large eastern Ghouta towns of Douma and Harasta, besides taking control of the town of Mizraba. India and France have signed an agreement to expedite construction of a big nuclear power plant in India by a French company. The agreement was signed today during French President Emmanuel Macron's 4-day visit to India. China's National People's Congress, the top legislature and advisory body, is set to pass the draft amendments in the constitution tomorrow, mainly to lift 2-term bar for the president and the vice president. About 3,000 lawmakers will gather at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing tomorrow to vote on the draft legislation, which would allow President Xi Jinping to continue in office after the expiry of his 2nd term in 2023. Radio Pakistan special correspondent reports from Beijing that China's top legislature and advisory body is expected to pass the draft amendments tomorrow after lengthy deliberations, which kick-started last Monday. Cricket. In the Pakistan Super League, Karachi Kings were 176 for the loss of 3 wickets in 19 overs against the Multan Sultans a short while ago. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with thunderstorm is expected at a few places in Upper Fatah. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.